You know what, guys? We are slowly becoming a particular habit. But I know it's not a bad habit. I think it's a good habit. Welcome to another edition of Your Base. This is Fanbase, and it excites us to know that you guys are looking forward to another juicy edition of what is going to be a fantastic football conversation with our guest today. Well, our guest is Walexis, one of the biggest sports writers in the country, one of the biggest sports bloggers in the country, and is waiting for us right now. So let's go lick some football juice with Walexis. We'll be right back after this. As usual, our very first part of conversation has to be the things that happened last week. And of course, my guest is in the house with me. I'm in his house actually, Walexis. My homie, my G. How you doing, man?
Good.
It's good to see you. Have you been?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, it has indeed been a while. I mean, life journey, but hey, the bottom line is that we are here, we're doing well, and we thank God. But the only people that won't thank God, well, it has to be Southampton on Friday night. What in God's name happened there?
I think it was just stubbornness, trying to stick with what you believe will work for you as a team. A lot of modern managers right now are obsessed with a certain way of playing football.
Progressive.
Like, you lost your skipper in the 13th minute. You've conceded 3 goals in the first half, right? The only logical thing to do is, okay, guys, let's sit back and not make this embarrassing for ourselves. Try to make sure that you're there for each other. You're looking after the other teammates and trying to cover all the gaps and make the pitch very tight. You're at home, right? The fans will appreciate that because they know you lost the game already. But then they kept attacking and they fell into Leicester's hands. So unfortunately for them, you know, it's something that they'll need to pick up themselves and try again. And job very, very difficult for them. It's interesting to know that what he believes in is working for him. It's sorry that the back also has a lot of firepower up front. I'm tipping them for the top for although I think it will be difficult, but they have a chance.
I think they do. I mean, a lot of people actually saying it's like a more, even statistically, they have the same
Just
ratio.
1 point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just from the title winning season, right? They just have 1 point less. Yeah.
Almost the same
Yeah.
ratio.
So
Absolutely. In fact, that particular win meant that Leicester have now equaled the biggest win in the history of the English Premier League. That's, of course, equaling Manchester United's own against Ipswich in 1995. And this is a fun fact for you. The goalkeeper in goal.
yeah, his dad, right? Was also in
Peter
goal.
Schmeichel.
Yeah.
And the goalkeeper in goal for Leicester was Kasper Schmeichel. That's the true DNA right there.
Yeah.
That has to be the true DNA. So yeah, big ups to Leicester. The Saints have to come back, and we hope they will actually come back better. But let's also take a look at another thing that happened during the course of the week. Tottenham Wolves continues. So it looks as if they can't get out. You know, I was last week I mentioned. In fact, this was my prayer prediction. Last week I mentioned that if Tottenham can beat Liverpool at home, it will be that perfect turnaround for them. But they started the game well. Do you think that goal came too early?
Yeah, it came too early, and also they were very fortunate to have gotten. I won't think they were lucky because Son had to shoot for that chance to be created. But then they had a very heavy deflection off Lovren, which left Alisson helpless. And then,
Lovren or Matip?
you know, for me,
No, I'm asking you. Yeah, Lovren or Matip?
definitely Matip. Matip actually in the last 6 months has had some performances that are even better than Van Dijk's performances actually. Against Barca in both legs in Champions League, he played better than Van Dijk, so he is that important to the team. And you know, his absence was very evident in that game. But then the way Liverpool responded, I think they needed that early setback to be able to use because it probably would have gone the same way it did for United the week before. You know, they were able to, I mean, Gazinga, whatever his name is, it's fantastic. He had just one save less than David Gina's number of saves against Spurs in only first few games for United, which was 12. You know, he was fantastic. He made some very, very remarkable saves. But then Liverpool totally dominated the game, and unfortunately for Spurs, I think they probably got their tactics wrong. So the game against United, you could see that what Oli did was play back three and two wing backs and he tucked in to shut down the wingers for the full backs for Liverpool, because Liverpool's firepower is actually from the wing backs first.
Yeah,
that
true.
push forward.
True.
But then I was expecting, Pochetino actually has the personnel that can fit into a back three, right? To play Toby, play Jan Vertonghen, and play David Sanchez with Aurier and Drew as wing back, so you can press Liverpool back. But then what he did was he played the back four, and then he played Eriksen on the right, and he could not match, the runs of Salah and Trent on the right. So it was difficult for him, to cope with that sort of pressure.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. I think it was the beginning of the end.
yeah,
He's a Liverpool fan, guys, by the way. He's one of the biggest. So yeah, we gotta put it out there just so we're sure. But so let me ask you from a fan angle.
yeah.
Are you guys gonna bottle this season?
Well,
Deep down, some people feel you guys will bottle.
well, I said it before the season started, right? That club made a mistake by not signing anybody in the summer. He should have brought in maybe one or two players, try and cover for Firmino up front, and also for Salah and Mane as well, since he doesn't really fancy Shaqiri again. The truth about it is, he has a lot of bodies in midfield, so anybody that plays in midfield doesn't really matter. Really. He plays Wijnaldum, plays Fabinho, plays Henderson, plays Chamberlain, plays Keita. They'll all get the job done. And defensively as well, he can bring in Matip and Gomez every now and then. But then if the front three changes, then you change the dynamics of the team. And that was very evident against United. Salah wasn't in the game, and Liverpool felt it.
Absolutely.
So aside the first certain level, which you can actually match with that of Man City,
True.
right? But
Very
then
true.
who comes in when the front certain level isn't doing well? That's a problem. And Liverpool have 7 games in November, I think. They have a lot of games in November and December because they're taking part in the Club World Cup. Now that's the time when you know if they can win that channel. If they can go through December with 3 points lead, it's possible. And then in 2 weeks' time, they face City at Anfield. So those games the next few weeks will let us know if they really want to win it or not. But then this is the best Liverpool team we've had in forever. If they can't win the league, then it's been 30 years. I'm not up to 30 years. I've not seen the league won by Liverpool in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's about time we change that.
Exactly.
Jurgen Klopp, do it for the fans, do it for the cup. But really, we also have to say the fans didn't do particularly well in this last fixture we're going to talk about. This next fixture rather. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. 2 goals very early, back-to-back goals. We expected Arsenal to go 2-2 slow because for Arsenal again, Lano FC, you guys will continue to do what you know how to do best, which is bottle things. But that's not the problem. 2-2 they came back. It's absolutely personal game. But let's highlight what exactly happened with Xhaka. I don't think he's that bad a player. I think it's just a lot of times, maybe people just say because I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I don't think. Do you think he's that bad? I think I saw him. I presented the German Bundesliga for a while, so I saw him play for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He wasn't a bad midfielder. He's still not a bad midfielder, but why does it seem? If Arsenal lose any game, only the next name will come. Xhaka didn't play well. Is it a thing for Arsenal fans?
Well, he has been in the team long enough to be a leader on the pitch. The truth about it is, Guendouzi actually is more of a leader in that midfield than Xhaka. That's how it is right now. Yeah. Xhaka is very ill-disciplined and quite reckless. This type of guy. That has been his reputation over the years, even when Wenger was there. In a game where you're leading 2-0, you expect your leader, your captain, to marshal the midfield and be able to hold it down, and just try and make sure that you're able to get this win because it's very important. But you didn't get any of that from Xhaka, and I feel that as a player, he's okay, he's decent. But then we're talking of Arsenal here. If Arsenal want to compete with the likes of Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and the likes, right?
You won't come Man United.
Definitely not. I forgot I only call Spurs. And Spurs, right? Then you don't expect a player like Xhaka to take them to the next level. And that's the truth. If he had left Shaka as a player in the team, just a normal player on the team, right? You won't have this spotlight on him. So having to put him there as a captain means that you expect more from him. Shaka didn't handle what happened to him well. He shouldn't have walked down the tunnel. I actually thought he wanted when he pulled his shirt, he wanted to show you what thankfully he didn't do that. But players have been pulled severally before. Emmanuel Eboué suffered one at Arsenal against Wigan and then the manner in which he handled it wasn't professional enough. That's the truth.
But do you think so? Because I'm thinking, first of all, I don't want to look at it from the angle of professionalism. No, I want to look at what has been happening to him. He's openly criticized. His wife often harassed. Arsenal fans make mockery of his craft anytime Arsenal loses a game. It's often Xhaka lost that game for them. So I think maybe he had been pushed to the wall a considerable number of times. When he was walking out that pitch, you can see him making the sound like, okay, I want to hear more of you guys speak. And then he said the F word at some point, But in all of this, when Emery had to come out to say he did something wrong, what do you think this will lead to? Maybe fracturing the team, because Arsenal has a lot of problem already with Ozil not getting the best out of Pepe. There's a lot of problem, and the next game day is a huge one for them as well.
Well, the thing is, the manager needs to take a stand here. He back his captain.
Yeah.
Maybe explain or give reasons as to why he probably did what he did. He has been going through a lot on a personal level, and just try, because Emery has gotten a lot of things wrong. Torreira is the best defensive midfielder, and he needs to play. Ozil is the best attacking midfielder at Arsenal. If Ozil can't get into this Arsenal team, like my friend you would see, just terminate his contract. It's better rather than give him such ridiculous amount of money and he's not playing at all.
Well, Wolves didn't have a better option over there at the Newcastle Stadium. 1-1 he ended. It was a score draw. Arsenal, again, like we said earlier, had a draw with Crystal Palace. Liverpool defeated Tottenham 2-1. Norwich at the Carrow Road lost to Manchester United. Guys, this is a fun fact for you guys. Anytime I wear my Man United jersey, we win. Last week I wore it at the edition with Bayo Salah, and then I predicted that we're going to win. Guess what? We won. So yeah, I'm going to be wearing my jersey.
Yeah, it was a good win actually.
Yeah.
Are
you being sarcastic?
No, it's actually I'm actually.
Okay,
good. The truth about it is, as much as the media like bashing Bully, United have considered maybe 11 goals this season, which is actually very good. So defensively, they are actually very good.
Yeah,
they've been quite solid.
It's going forward.
Exactly. So if they can get goals coming, then you begin to win games.
Also, maybe if Mario Mandzukic comes in, probably in January, maybe they can better that lot. Manchester City have no problems against Arsenal. They got 3 goals today, but they still have a lot of problems with that team. With the injury ongoing for Pep Guardiola. Brighton and Hove can't stop winning. They defeated Marco Silva again. Marco Silva has one of the best teams in the league, player for player. Yeah. Look at that team, because Digne, Schneiderlin, maybe not so good, but Gavi, Simonson, Alex Iwobi, Richarlison,
Andre Gomez.
Those are ballers.
Pochetino as well.
How?
He's just not been able to make it work, unfortunately for him, and he's run out of time. Yes, although I felt it was unfortunate to have considered the penalty. The Premier League needs to allow the referee to actually go to the touchline and check the monitor. The referee has to have the better power over the games. You don't expect the VAR is meant to help the referee get his decision right, help him with another angle, and then he also has to confirm. But what we have now is that
whatever is said to him,
exactly
is what he does.
But before last week, right? Every decision the referee had called, the VAR had actually backed. But maybe because of the buzz and the noise and everything, the VAR is actually now rescinding some decisions by the referee. So in the Arsenal game, for instance, the referee said Zaha dived and gave him yellow card. The VAR said it was a penalty, so he rescinded the yellow card and then awarded the penalty.
What do you think about that? That was a penalty.
It was a penalty, yeah. But then I feel the goal that Luis scored Lacazette actually pushed the defender twice. I don't know how
Really?
yes, yeah. I don't know how the VAR was able to. A lot of things wrong with VAR. We've seen VAR work well
Especially
at the World Cup. Yes, at the World Cup it worked very, very well. In Spain as well, it's working well. So the Premier League just need to allow the referee to have the final say
at the end of the day. We continue with the FBL language. Of course, that's been one of the biggest things right now in social media sphere. And it's game week 10. A lot of activities happen. A lot of players popped. Let me see. How did your team fare?
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It can't be as bad as mine.
It wasn't bad, but then Pep
but
messed me up.
messes everybody up.
Aguero wasn't meant to come on. He was my captain. I was
Yep.
expecting.
Yep. Tell me about it.
I was expecting them to score a lot of goals against
Aston
Villa and Aguero at the helm of affairs, but then benched him, and unfortunately for me, I only had 2 Leicester players. I mean, the team of the week this week is just Leicester players who started everywhere. So,
Absolutely. 4 of them in that team.
so, and I played my wild card.
Ouch.
Unfortunately for me,
Ouch.
bad day in office.
Yeah. I mean, mine. Yours is just
You
a bad
always
day.
have bad days. You know?
Yes, my own days have just been consistent. Unfortunately, I've had bad season in the office. It's that terrible for me. But again, like I said last week when I was with Biosala, we did mention that it's a very risky thing to have more than one Man City player in your team because of that rotational policy. The only player that looks to be untouchable maybe is Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
And sometimes he gets dropped, but a lot of times Sterling is in the mix. Mahrez, Bernardo Silva barely smells first team actions. Aguero, I have Aguero. He's my captain. Last week, 1 million users had Aguero. 200,000 of them made him captain or vice captain. Unfortunately, he didn't get any points. This week as well, I had a paltry sum of number. I had 27 points. I couldn't cry. Aguero was my captain, no points. And Tammy Abraham has stopped scoring. I don't know. The IGG has stopped. The initial gragra. When he started, Baba they score. He'd be like Timo Puki. Now the attention has shifted. But a lot of people are rushing to get Vardy, Chilwell, and Jose Perez.
Yeah, definitely. Because they have a good run of games before they meet City and Liverpool.
Okay.
So you should get them. I think they're playing Southampton, Burnley, and
They play
Everton.
Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah, Burnley, Everton, and one other team. So I think Aston Villa as well. So they have a good run of games. So you should get Vardy, possibly Telemans as well in midfield. Because
I'm possibly looking at Telemans. Those boys are on the radar right now. And then Christian Pulisic as well. He looks to be on the radar these days. Hat-trick. And we didn't even talk about that during the preview, but thank God he's been talking about it during the FPL. It looks as if somebody said it's like the direct replacement for Hazard.
yeah, but then don't take the same way. Hazard likes to drag players himself, beat them, take on and all that stuff. Pulisic is very direct, so he just runs across, tries to either create a chance or go direct to score himself. So I like the way Lampard was able to allow him to settle into the team. He didn't just throw him into the deep end when he came into the team. So it's good for him to be his time, allow him to earn his place. Remember that they still have a couple of players coming in. I wonder how, because when Loftus-Cheek comes back, I expect him to be playing. So I wonder how the dynamics will be with Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic as well. You have Willian, you still have Pedro, you have Tammy. So he actually had a lot of options.
It
had
does.
a lot of options.
I envy Lampard because everybody was complaining about them not signing players, and now it looks as if they have a lot of, maybe more than decent players.
Yeah, but then
And
you
they're
also have to give him credit, because if maybe a veteran manager came on board, he would want to trust the old guard. So you'd probably be seeing Pedro, Giroud, and Willian. But he gave these young guys the chance, and that's why you see them as an option now. True. Yeah, so.
Alright, so I had 27 points. Unfortunately, Digne, because Digne he made an own goal, so he had -1 point. The highest point I had this weekend was 6, and that was Kevin De Bruyne.
I had 11. I had Sterling.
Okay, Sterling gave you 11. I had 6. Kevin De Bruyne was my vice captain. Missing Mount had an assist. It was a very, very poor day for me. But hey, it's gonna be getting better. It's gonna get better, hopefully, and I hope. And for myself and for the sake of Fanbase group, Bounty Hunter has been displaced. Yes, I'm excited. I've been calling your name for 4 straight weeks, but not anymore. Big ups to YOLO FC George Uchendu. Right now is on top of the pile. The highest points we had this particular, the highest, I beg your pardon, points we have this particular game week was from a certain player with the name King in the North. Bozy Brown, he had 74. YOLO FC had 74. But Shaku FC, Abdurrahim Lawa had 81. What a name! All right, so we're hoping that we get a very, very enjoyable weekend at game week 11. It's pouring right now. Rain is actually heavy at the moment. What we hope is that it will be pouring goals as game week 11 is upon us, with the fixtures looking quite evenly balanced for some teams and not so well for other teams. Bournemouth will host Manchester United. Arsenal again will play Wolves. Aston Villa will host Liverpool. Brighton and Wolves will play Norwich City. Manchester City will play Southampton. It's going to be Sheffield United versus Burnley. West Ham United will play Newcastle. Watford in London Derby will play Chelsea. Crystal Palace, another London team, will host High Flyers Leicester City. Everton will play. That's going to be in our featured game, of course, Tottenham Hotspur. Let's start with Arsenal Wolves. It's going to be a decisive weekend for Arsenal. How will they react to the Xhaka issue? How will it look like on the part of the fans? Will Xhaka apologize? Will he not apologize? Will we get to see eventually Mesut Ozil step up to the plate? A lot of debacle going on, but they need this particular maximum point.
One thing is sure, we won't see Ozil because Emery has made that clear. This is not really a big deal. If Arsenal are actually doing fine, they're winning games, we won't be talking about this. That's the truth too. The manager has a big role to play in this. He needs to come out and either back his captain, and explain why he had to react that way, try and make excuses for him, or he decides to suspend him and then give him some time off the team. So whatever he does will determine the outcome of the game. And then they have to be very wary of those who are giant killers. They do well against big teams, and then they falter against the rivals. So they have to be very wary against Wolves. The game can be very tricky for them. But I think Arsenal have enough in them to win the game.
Okay, so you want to put a number on this?
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1. I think it's going to be 2-0 Arsenal for the sake of some Arsenal fans who had 2 goals to nil advantage against Crystal Palace, only for them to eventually do what Arsenal always does, fluff their lines. Everton will play Spurs in the second game that will happen on Sunday, and it looks like it's a game where 2 teams struggling at this time, 2 teams who clearly have the personnel but not quite right in their head and in their minds. For Tottenham, it's a manager issue, it's some players issues. For Everton, it's almost a Marco Silva issue, not being able to get the best out of some players. But you have a feeling that whoever wins this game will have a massive 3 points tucked away somewhere, and secondly, maybe a season turnaround.
Yeah, both managers are under pressure, they run out of time, especially Marco Silva, who spent quite the sum in the summer, based on the level of Everton as a club. He spent 70 million on just 2 players and almost actually signed with Zaha. So he needs to begin to get his team together, get his act together. He was unlucky against Brighton last weekend. Spurs as well, maybe it's the end of an era for them, end of the journey with Pochetino and the players. A couple of them want out, like Toby Alderweireld and Christian Eriksen. So maybe their heads are not in the game right now, are not in the team. And then you have Kane not in top form. You have Ali as well, who is out of form since he came back from injury. So a lot of things going wrong for football managers, but I think Spurs have enough in them to be able to burn out a win, or maybe just settle for a draw, which is fair to both managers at the moment.
So you want to put out the number on this?
3-2 Spurs.
3-2 Spurs, which I think 2-1 Everton. But regardless, it's going to be a crack of a game, just as it's been a crack of a football conversation here with my G, Wale Exis. Wale, thank you so very much for coming on the show today. We hope we'll do this one, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah.
We want to thank everyone, for being there. It's a 10th consecutive edition of Fanbase, and from the get-go, you guys have been staunchly supporting. We want you to please do want to subscribe to this particular channel, just click that button there. Click, yeah, and then drop your comment, of course, in the comment section. Remember, you can be part of our own FPL team by joining our mini league there on your screen. And please do want to support and show love by following and mentioning us, of course, on our social media platforms. We're looking forward to hearing from you. My name is Babajide Guerrero, and as usual, I like to say, this is Fanbase, this is your base. Take care of yourself, look after each other. We will see you next week. Do not sleep on this. It will be. Bye for now.